For Canisius, Darren Fenn, he's a 6'10 junior, good player on the inside with some good stats.
He's got some great stats, but most importantly, you know, he's a 6'10 guy, the type of player that gives Indiana a lot of trouble. He's obviously very good, averages almost 16 points a game, almost 10 rebounds. That's an average of a double-double.
And now let's take a look at tonight's fueling factors, brought to you by Fast Max Convenience Stores. If it's got to be fast, it's got to be Max.
And for Canisius to handle the basketball, Canisius comes into the game averaging 18 turnovers a game. They must limit turnovers if they expect to win here in Conseco tonight. Field goal percentage. The Golden Griffins come into the game shooting 44% from the field. Only one team has shot better than 40% all year against IU, and that team went home a victor. For Indiana, focus. After a big win over North Carolina and 3-day break for Christmas, focus and 40 minutes of basketball is a real concern for Coach Knight and his staff. And foul trouble. For Indiana to be successful, they must stay out of foul trouble. In particular, Kirk Haston. Against North Carolina, he had 14 points, but only 16 minutes. He must defend without fouling.
When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, and Michael Lewis may be in it. Dane Fife will not play in tonight's game, giving Lewis that spot. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Do you want to know the easiest way to put a smile on someone's face?
Fieldhouse here to watch the Hoosiers play for the first time here in the Union Federal Hoosier Classic. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by the Sagamore Health Network. Caring, compassionate, cost-effective. There's Mike McDonald, third-year coach for Canisius. 7th youngest coach in college basketball.
And for his Golden Griffins, at the guard, Darian McClure usually comes off the bench, averaging 15.5 a game at the other guard, Dukes. Matt Tribal, originally from Carmel. He's a Carmel Greyhound getting to start tonight. Along with him, Toby Foster and Darren Finn, their leading scorer at 15.6 points a game. For Indiana, A.J. Guyton and Michael Lewis. Lewis will get one of his first starts of the year as Dane Fife is homesick. Inside, Larry Richardson will also get a start along with Lynn Washington and Kirk Haston. It's been a main concern. He can obviously score the points, but he hasn't been getting many minutes because he's been in foul trouble.
And there's Bob Knight, his 29th season at Indiana, ready to move up the ranks on Ed Diddle at Western Kentucky. You're watching Big Ten Indianapolis. The cheerleaders are here. The pep band is here, and they're getting this crowd ready to go into battle against Canisius. It's the first meeting between the two teams. This is the 18th year of the Classic. Indiana's never been defeated. And Indiana also plays well in NBA arenas. 30-7 in the 90s in NBA arenas.
We've heard that story already earlier this year, though. Indiana coming into a Classic, not losing a game, so something to be concerned about.
But you know this team's going to be ready as well.
I would think that they probably went over that, playing back-to-back games. I'm sure Coach Knight's talked a little bit about focus. They've had 3 days off after a big victory in the Meadowlands against a very good North Carolina team. I'm sure that mental preparation and focus has been a big point of the pregame talks.
And there you see some final instructions by Bob Knight to his team. Lynn Washington, Larry Richardson. It's a big lineup for the Hoosiers. Kirk Haston. There's Michael Lewis. He's played wonderfully this year so far, up to in his senior season, his last chance for the Hoosiers. He's really coming through well. There's Haston. Lynn Washington has been rebounding very well. Are you going to tell us what a Golden Griffin is, kids?
No, I'm going to let you do that.
It's half line, half eagle. I thought you might know that.
No.
I know you've been dying to know.
You learn something every day.
There you go. All right, we're underway. And number 3, Dorian McClure. Usually a sub, but gets the start tonight. 23, Toby Foster.
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped on the line. We mentioned turnover's a problem for this young team.
It's a young team that does turn the basketball over. Obviously not the type of start they're wanting to get. When they do get the ball down the floor, look them to try to spread Indiana out and take advantage of Finn inside.
Michael Lewis on the drive. And there's Haston, spins on the baseline, lays it in.
Kirk Haston is going to be very quick, and he's also very big. That's not been the problem for Kirk Haston this year, scoring points. It's this end of the floor where he's had problems staying out of foul trouble.
Indiana with the early lead. 24 is Fenn, Darren Fenn. Larry Richardson draws that assignment. Foster again, Washington with the hand this time and draws the foul.
Good defense right there by Washington. The problem is once he got him into the position, he slapped down on the ball. Coach Knight always talks to his players about swiping up at the ball. When you slap down, the official usually going to get you, and he did. Lynn Washington right there.
First on Washington, and there's McClure outside. He leads the team in 3-point shots made. He missed that one.
They're not a team that takes a tremendous amount of three-pointers. Even though McClure is their leader, he's taken he's made 18.
Here's Guyton.
See Guyton with the basketball. Obviously, that's a big part of Indiana's offense, is getting the ball to Guyton.
Inside to Haston, turning jump shot is good.
I'll tell you what, he has been really super. He's really got the confidence offensively. If he can just get that confidence, I think he almost comes to the defensive end of the floor almost a little bit scared, afraid every time he plays defense he gets called for a foul, and then he ends up on the pine.
Went for the steal and missed it, but did recover. Boy, Indiana's pressure really causing Canisius some problems offensively.
See, whenever Finn gets the ball, Indiana's going to be looking to him, trying to double down.
And that's Matt Tribal, 43, misses on the jumper.
Definitely Indiana's best rebounding team, with Larry Richardson starting tonight inside for Indiana, along with Lynn Washington, Haston. All three very good rebounders for Indiana.
That foul on McClure, his first. And Lewis has it out of bounds. Haston slips behind the defense. The shopper is off. He did get the rebound. Guyton shot fake, and the basket.
Quick start right here. Canisius needs to get the ball inside, either get Indiana a foul or get some points on the board. They're struggling right now.
Lewis has the matchup with McClure. Here's the pass inside to Darren Fenn. Outside shot by Foster is off.
Great pressure by Lynn Washington. He had to pull up not to run into the shooter, but really good pressure. Good pass out. Another good pass.
Guyton with the layup.
Right there, A.J. Guyton. The extra dribble got him a layup rather than the little 10-footer. Canisius, they need a full timeout.
And they take it 8-0. Indiana has the lead. And the crowd loves it. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Healthcare. From the outside, it can appear complex. Often it's hard to make a decision, especially when you're offered so many choices. The alternatives may be very different. Other times, they all seem to be the same. We're Sagamore Health Network. We offer you straightforward, innovative healthcare plan solutions. And over 500,000 Hoosiers already know we're serving their needs. Caring, compassionate, cost-effective. It's our mission. It's what your health plan should be.
Mr. Burton, I'm glad I caught you. Hardee's Famous Star and Spicy Chicken, they're great sandwiches, but I need a price point here. I mean, what do I charge? $1.50, $79, $2, only got taxed. What do you say, Mr. Burton? My job is on the line. Chef, you're a genius, a marketing genius.
The big, juicy, Famous Star Burger or Spicy Chicken sandwich, just 99 cents every day at Hardee's.
Hey, Jeff, you and me should team up with this racing thing doesn't work out.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. And to close out the century, we're doing it again. It's the 20th Century Clearance from Ford. The final days of the biggest automotive sales event in history. Your last chance to get the deal of the century on everything in stock. Save big with financing as low as 0.9 or up to $1,500 cash back. Deals this good come around once a century. So visit your Indiana Ford store today. When the century clearance ends, it's history.
Indiana's off to the fast start, 8-0 over Canisius, and here come the ATA High Flyers.
Should have watched the finish. A.J. Guyton, he gets the pass from Haston. He's going to come up. Finn's going to come out on him. Look, a little hesitation move, boom, right around him, no help. Gets to the bucket. You get those, you're on vacation all the time as a basketball player.
Guyton's first two of the evening. Again, good pressure by Indiana.
See, Indiana's got the much bigger Larry Richardson on Finn to start.
Outside shot, Toby Foster.
It's the number 23, Toby Foster. They needed that in a bad way. Now you're going to take a look. Canisius is going to come out in a 3-2 zone. Watch for 43, who's the middleman. Good shot by Lynn Washington. Right there, the type of thing. As soon as you come out against the zone, they throw a zone on you. Come out and hit 2 or 3 shots against it. Then the coach wonders, now what do we do? We can't guard them man-to-man. We can't guard them in a zone. That's the type of things you got to do. Work around, get a good shot, and you got to knock them down.
Foster on the dribble. Here's McClure.
Indiana's got good pressure on the basketball.
Brian Dukes, number 12, 6'2" freshman now in the lineup.
Number 10,
now some more substitutions. Number 10, Clyde Bentic. There's Clyde, 6-foot junior from New York City.
Bentic usually a starter for this team.
Also, there's Bentic right there, number 10.
Good pressure.
Number 20, Dale Sowers in the lineup. You saw him get that rebound there, and now the whistle. Foul against Indiana.
You know, right there is the type of thing Kirk Haston getting in trouble. Not a lot he can do right there. The ball bounces up over his head. You got to get down, take a look at it here. And watch how he leans out into the guy. There's no need. He's not gonna block that jump hook anyway. I mean, that's just a careless foul right there. If you want to play and you want to play 30, 35 minutes a game rather than 15 or 16 a game, you can't make foolish fouls like that. And he's so important to this basketball team, he cannot get in foul trouble as we get into the Big Ten season.
Sawyer's missing on the free throws, but the rebound comes long to Canisius. And McClure fires outside, and he's got a three-pointer. Now 10-6 Indiana.
You got a little full court pressure. Indiana does a nice job breaking it. See, now they're in the 2-3. Probably a 2-3 that can go to a 3-2, depending on whether the top guy comes up.
Haston in the middle with a nice cut. Misses on the shot, but Washington has it.
Good hustle by Lynn Washington. The middle is going to be open all night. There's just not a lot in there.
Lewis goes down and misses on the shot.
It's hard to tell if he got hit by his own man or a Canisius man right there.
Dorian McClure, 2 in a row now. So all 9 Canisius points from the three-point arc.
We need to find McClure. He's obviously very quick. Missed his first couple shots, but he showed me in the last 2 times down the floor he can step up and knock that shot down.
Haston on the baseline.
Not a good shot. Got a guy flying at you. You've got to use the shot fake.
Larry Richardson on the offensive board, and he draws the foul.
Personal foul, Canisius.
He's going to have to do a better job on the offensive board right here. Take a look at it. Nobody puts a body on Larry Richardson right there in your screen. He's bigger. He's going to come up with the basketball. Good job of keeping it alive by Lynn Washington, but Indiana's gotten a number of second chances so far.
There's a good look at Richardson. Only 52% from the free throw line.
He's a much better shooter than that. There's another $50 for the Indiana University General Scholarship Fund from Union Planners Bank. This season, Union Planners will donate $50 for every free throw that the Hoosiers make.
One's high off the back iron. Rebound to Sawyers. And here's the drive. Good move that time, Bentic. Shot missed by Foster. And out of bounds. And break in the action. Indiana leads it 11-9. And here's what happened to Michael Lewis. Ran into his own man. You are watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 16. Larry, our battery expert. Larry installs more Autocraft batteries in a day than most people do in a lifetime. No matter what you drive, Larry will make sure you get the right battery for your car.
92 a quart?
Yeah.
Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Let me tell you about this supernatural sense of smell I have. It's telling me I can get 5 roast beef sandwiches for only $5.95. Dig that slow roasted aroma. That's horse's sauce. No, wait, that's Arby's sauce. Any way you dress them up, you get 5 sweet smelling sandwiches for only $5.95. And I understand they look pretty good, too.
You can go anywhere and get filled up, but you can only get the 5 for $5.95 deal at Arby's.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. And to close out the century, we're doing it again. It's the 20th century clearance from Ford. The final days of the biggest automotive sales event in history. Your last chance to get the deal of the century on everything in stock. Save big with financing as low as 0.9 or up to $1,500 cash back. Deals this good come around once a century. So visit your Indiana Ford store today. When the century clearance ends, it's history.
First half action. Indiana leads at 11-9. Canisius is at 3 pointers. A.J. Guyton getting set offensively.
Done a nice job staying within the offense, not forcing anything. You see a couple good shot fakes, good hesitation dribble right there to the basket. That's the thing. I think A.J. Guyton needs to get to the basket a little bit more for this Hoosier team. You'd like to see him shooting 6, 7, 8 free throws a game at least within the offense, getting other people in foul trouble. There's not a lot of people that can guard him one-on-one. He's got to take advantage of that.
Difference in the shot selection. Indiana going for the 2-pointers. Canisius 7 3-point tries already.
Canisius has done a nice job the last couple times down the floor, spreading the floor out. Much better job that time by Haston. He didn't jump up into the player as Sawyers went up for the shot rather than jumping up into it. He put pressure on him, takes a bad shot, and then Sawyers ends up fouling.
His first personal, the team's third.
Sawyers with the foul. Only 3 team fouls. A little full court pressure now. Soft zone. They're waiting for Lewis to get right there to the 10-second line.
So then they fall back into the 3-2. Look for number 20, Sawyers in the middle. He's going to drop all the way down. Good job by Hastings. Indiana continues to dominate on the offensive board. Canisius is going to have to do a better job blocking out. Makes it that much tougher when you're in a zone to find somebody and block them out.
That's 6 points now for Kirk Haston. And he double teams, causes the turnover. Lewis has it. He went to the right hand and laid it in.
Good job by Kirk Haston coming up with the double team. Got the long arms up, knocked the ball away. Indiana's defense forcing turnovers. See how Indiana's big men, when they spread it out like this, Indiana's big men really come inside, help Haston in good help position right there. Good rebound by the guard, A.J. Guyton.
Oh, he snagged that one as it came off the rim.
It's important for those guards to get back in about the free throw line.
Floats in and misses that one. Tip is off. Boy, Indiana is going to the offensive boards. Now a fast break by Canisius. Clive Bentic was driving to the hoop.
Take a look at Haston. He comes up off the double team. Indiana usually not a team that's going to come off their man, but in that situation, Haston, good job. Turns into 2 points for Indiana. When Indiana plays its best, it's because their defense creates a lot of turnovers.
Good double team by Haston. Those long arms deflected that pass away. There's Bentic at the line.
Canisius substitution. Number 4, Andrew Bush.
Andrew Bush, number 4, 6'7" sophomore, now in the lineup. Bentic 71% from the free throw line, hits that one. It's 15-11, Indiana by 4.
Canisius changing defense, and you can see now they fall back into a 2-3. You can see kind of the caddy cornered over the top is going to be open in that type of look. See the middle as Larry Richardson comes across the middle. They're right there, Haston. The middle is going to be open, and then somebody's got to free themselves along. You see Guyton kind of standing out front. He's not moving. He's got to move into a position. They end up having to take a tough shot. It's one that's good because it goes in, but you saw Guyton just standing at the top. He's got to move.
Lewis hit the three-pointer. A couple steps behind. Now he has the steal, tries to save it inbounds. Goes over the scorer's table.
Great save by the official, going over and grabbing the feet. People love that.
He was sliding across the table, almost got Bob Hamill, but Lewis is fine. And you see the crowd showing their appreciation. Lots of red in the crowd tonight.
Take a look at him. He's in the perfect position right here. He's in the passing lane, and boom, he just hits it a little too hard, or he's got a layup. You can see a little cushion on top of those, so he probably tried those out this morning during the shoot-around.
Bentic with a good pass inside. That goes to Sawyers for the layup.
Good catch by Sawyers. See where Indiana gets in trouble defensively is when Canisius is able to spread them out. Casey's zone has not been very effective either, but I don't think they know what else to do, so they're going to continue with it. You can see Indiana continues to bury through.
Michael Lewis, that's 2 in a row for Lewis, getting 8 points on the evening, continues to play well.
Indiana's got to contain the ball handler. Whoever has the ball, got to contain it.
Haston with the steal, spinning move to the hoop. He missed it. Andrew Bush has the rebound.
Like to see him use the board right there, but still great defense and great feet. The way he can spin inside, he's got great feet.
Indiana nearly comes up with another steal.
You got Bentic right here. You got Sawyer. You got to control the ball. Call a walk right there.
Traveling on Canisius, Indiana now up to an 8-point lead at 21-13. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN.
Hi, leave a message at the beep. I wonder who that was.
Could have been that freak from work.
Hi.
Could have been a guy from the pet shop.
Or maybe it was your ex.
Here's an idea. When you miss a call, dial *69.
Hi.
It phones whoever called you last.
No, I'm alone.
*69 from GTE. It's on your phone already.
This is Ben. Back in 1934, he was one of the very first customers ever to eat at Steak and Shake. Back then, they used to say you get the finest government-inspected meat served to order on a china plate at a fair price. Tell us, Ben, what was that like?
About like this.
Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers.
Indiana 21-13 over Canisius. Let's check out a play on the Arvinator, brought to you by Arvin Industries.
You can see the zone right here. Right here, you want to get the ball in the middle. Indiana gets it here. They're going to move it around, but then watch it come back to Michael Lewis, who's going to set up about right here. After Indiana moves it around, you can see it in the middle again. Very important to get the ball against the zone right here. Canisius does not recover. Michael Lewis buries his second 3 of the game.
Kyle Hornsby now in the lineup for Indiana.
Even if you don't get shots in the middle of the zone, you got to throw it in there, because if you don't, you just continue to pass the ball around the perimeter. You don't break the zone down. You've got to break that zone down and create openings.
Guyton on the move, jumps it down to Haston. Tough shot, and Haston gets fouled inside.
That was pretty good defense by Canisius right there, because AJ, he read the defense. All of a sudden, the defense went back on Haston real quick. They recovered very well. They almost got knocked the ball away. Haston's good hands is going to get him 2 free throws.
35, Kirk Haston.
There's a good look at Haston.
You look at those stats from the North Carolina game: 14 points, 9 rebounds. That's in 16 minutes of play. He was in foul trouble, and just didn't get that many points when he was very efficient when he was on the floor.
Haston hits both. And Indiana's lead is 10. Guard switching on the outside.
Indiana trying to put a lot of pressure on the basketball. That's always been, they always want to pressure the basketball, make it difficult not only to dribble the basketball where you want to go with it, but also makes it difficult to pass the basketball when you're pressuring. The problem is you've got to be able to contain.
Good lob pass to Andrew Bush as he got position inside. Easy hoop.
From Mallory, number 42.
Coach Knight not really looking for any help inside. Larry Richardson feels like he should be able to handle him inside all alone.
There's Richardson. Travel. Took an extra step getting to the baseline, and turnover. The Indiana's first turnover of the evening. 10:43 left, so just over 9 minutes. Good sign for the Hoosiers.
With the charge.
Drive to the hoop. Haston in good position, and that foul goes against Canisius. Dale Sowers picks it up on the drive, his second.
Basket disallowed. Player control foul, Canisius. Number 20.
You're going to see Kirk Haston. Good crossover dribble right coming right at you. Hastings right there. That's an excellent call.
2 substitutions for Canisius.
That's what the Indiana defense is set up to do, is to get you to drive that part of the floor, and they're there to help.
43, Jared Odell in the lineup, 6'8" sophomore. There you see the turnovers, 5-1.
So whoever gets that ball in the middle has got to quickly be ready to either shoot it or pass it out.
Guy missed on 3. Kirk Haston on the rebound.
How soft the hands were those right there. He went up, he was there, he waited for it, and then he didn't bat it. Just caught it and just very softly laid it back in.
10 points now for Kirk Haston.
Good block out. Kyle Hornsby with an excellent block out on Mallory. Take a look at the tip on the other side. Indiana continues to go to the boards. Nobody can put somebody on Haston right there. Goes up, very softly tips that one in with the left hand, but Canisius is going to have to do a better job blocking out. Indiana's got to be killing them on the boards right now. Indiana's second chance points.
Pass inside again. It goes in the middle, and then Odell cuts on the baseline.
Good high-low right there by Indiana. Again, dumping the ball in the middle of the zone. Very important, getting in the middle of the zone. You can see that time when Haston caught it, he was ready to do something with it. He caught a Jared Odell cutting along the baseline and got hit with the ball.
Indiana, Jared Odell, number 43.
There's a look at Odell, 60% from the line.
Should be a better shooter than 60%. He's an excellent shooter.
Number 23,
I think the concentration, doing the same thing each and every time you get up there, whether it's dribble it 2 times or 3 times. You watch the great players. You watch a Reggie Miller for the Indiana Pacers. He does the same exact thing when he goes to the free throw line each and every time, and that's why he shoots 90%.
It's Indiana by 11. Now play inside. That's Andrew Bush missing on the turning shot.
Defense.
Hornsby out in front of everybody, lays it in.
Nice job by Kyle Hornsby. Way to protect the basketball. He knew the defender's coming at him. Protects it with that right arm. Goes up strong. Gets easy 2 points for Indiana.
Canisius takes the 32nd timeout to try to stop this as Indiana's pulled out to a 13-point lead. This 32nd timeout is brought to you by Arvin Industries. And there you see A.J. Geit continues to move up the all-time scoring leader list in Indiana basketball. He's at 17-23 right now. He's cracked the top 10. And next on the list are Kent Benson and Damon Bailey. And he might even get those tonight. If he reaches his season average, he could catch both Benson and Damon Bailey. He's got 4 so far. Canisius ball, and they'll bring it up with Clive Bentic. Pressure by Hornsby. Now the back cut.
What's Indiana's tried to keep it right there. See how Guyton gets up on top of him? Wants to keep it right there in the corner. You don't want him throwing it around the perimeter. They got him right where they wanted him.
Outside shot, McClure. He gets good extension on that shot. He nails another one. That's his third 3-point shot made.
Canisius went back to the man-to-man. Now Indiana's got to get back into their man-to-man. It's a much different type of offense. Good open shot right there.
He can nail those 3-pointers. He got set and hits it.
I think the only thing he's lacking right now is just a little bit of confidence. We've seen him shoot in practice. He's an excellent shooter. Probably as hard a worker as anybody there is on the floor. Look at Michael Lewis rip that ball out of there. That's the difference between a jump ball.
Hornsby takes a drive to the hoop and is fouled on the layup.
A little bit out of control right there. Wasn't able to come up with the basketball. Still his aggressive play. Michael Lewis pushing the ball up the floor. You can see loses the basketball. Indiana pretty fortunate right there. Andrew Bush in very good position. I would be surprised if they call this a shooting foul since the player did not have a hold of the basketball. He did not have control of the basketball.
Hornsby had left his hand, and then the contact was made. And let's see, substitution. Jeffrey Newton comes in. Haston leads with 6 points.
I'm sure the cheer is for a little bit of both. Obviously, Haston starting off very good here this evening, but I'm sure those people remember that Jeffrey Newton might have been the key to that North Carolina victory, as he had 3 driving layups that were very important. There's another $50 for the Indiana University General Scholarship Fund from Union Planners Bank. This season, Union Planners will donate $50 for every free throw that the Hoosiers make.
Luke Jimenez also in for the first time. Lewis leads with 8 points. And a good second start in a row for Michael Lewis.
Substitution, Canisius, number 20,
Canisius. Dale Sawyer's in the lineup.
Number 4.
So Hornsby will be at the line. Andrew Bush leaves. Hornsby misses that one. Sawyers gets triple team, gives it back to Bentic. Now the block called a jump ball as Darren Fenn tried to go up. Newton right there. Possession arrow to Indiana.
Well, it's good defense by Jeff Newton, but watch how he doesn't body up to him. He backs away from him as soon as he turns. That gives him a chance to go up and get the ball. He's got the long arms, uses his long arms, gets a hold of the basketball, and gets a jump ball out of it. Turnover for Canisius.
Here's Guyton trying to move on McClure. Jeffrey Newton. Shot is off, tipped away by Odell. Newton's got it again.
Great hands. Good extra pass. They got a score in there.
Odell's got it inside and misses on the shot. Fast break. And that lay-in good by Benton.
Jared Odell's got to go up with a little quicker shot right there. He almost goes up waiting for the defense to foul him rather than going up to score. You've got to go up to score, and if the defense fouls you, so be it.
Indiana by 12. Baseline drive. Guyton gets the lay-in.
It's nice to see A.J. Guyton go into the back bucket. That's going to create more fouls, more opportunities for Indiana rather than just standing out pumping up threes. See, Coach
Newton pressured Sawyers all the way out. McClure, the 3 is off. Hornsby's got it.
I'd like to see Hornsby just take that ball right up the middle of the floor. He comes out looking for A.J. North Carolina had a real problem trying to guard Indiana in their man-to-man. See, Guyton was wide open. You can hear him yelling. Oh, good pass.
So Jimenez inside. He wheels back out.
See how much more active he is. He has to take a long shot because he's feeling the shot clock is running down. Get it out of there, run the shot clock down again. There you go.
Shot clock was at about 7. Guyton tried the 3, but Indiana's offensive rebounding gives them another possession.
Here, if you really work it, you'll probably get a pretty good one.
Guyton baseline shot off, and there's Fenn with the rebound.
Defense had played defense for about 60 seconds there.
McClure misses. Fenn with the rebound. Nice shot off the board.
Number 24, Darren Fenn.
Good job by Fenn right there, getting on the offensive board. Indiana looked a little tired that time going after that rebound.
That's Fenn's first 2 of the night. He's averaging over 15 a game. Hornsby moved that ball around and then got it to bank in.
Great move right there.
8 points for Kyle Hornsby, who came into the ball game averaging just 2 points a game.
Well, he's a guy you feel like he's going to have a breakout game. Maybe that game will be tonight, but he was a great scorer in high school, and you can see right there that was a scorer's type move. He went to the bucket, turned it around. It's on the board tonight.
And a foul on the rebound. Toby Foster reached in.
Kyle Hornsby will be shooting
That's
a 1-and-1.
Indiana back to the line. That's 3 fouls now on Foster. As you see, Brian Dukes back in. Matt Tribal back in. Sawyers comes out.
The personal foul is
back at the line.
Number 23, Toby Foster, his second.
Hornsby hits that one.
There's another $50 for the Indiana University General Scholarship Fund from Union Planners Bank. This season, Union Planners will donate $50 for every free throw that the Hoosiers make.
So you're getting that read down.
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
You got that one down. Hornsby hits another one as he continues to score well in the first half. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. And to close out the century, we're doing it again. It's the 20th century clearance from Ford. The final days of the biggest automotive sales event in history. Your last chance to get the deal of the century on everything in stock. Save big with financing as low as 0.9 or up to $1,500 cash back. Deals this good come around once a century. So visit your Indiana Ford store today. When the century clearance ends, it's history.
eCampus.com. Textbooks and stuff. Cheap. Save up to 50%. And shipping's always free.
To all the good citizens of Indiana, in their efforts to form a more perfect union, provide for the common defense, and to ensure domestic tranquility, we're proud to lend a helping hand in preserving this remarkable state. Citizens Insurance Company, proudly serving Indiana through your local independent insurance agent.
Indiana's lead now 16 over Canisius, and part of that reason, Michael Lewis.
He's been super all year off the bench as Indiana's sixth man. Tonight he gets his first start while Dane Fife recuperates back in the hotel. Look at Michael Lewis. He's diving for the basketball. He's knocking down threes. He's thinking, man, I love Dane Fife being back in that motel getting this start. Wow, this is fantastic.
Stepped up his defense as well. And there you see him ready to take on Brian Dukes at midcourt. Jimenez now on McClure.
Good defense. Glenn Washington really doing a job.
10 seconds to shoot. There's McClure. Nice move to the left.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take.
Lewis brings it down the other way. Inside, Washington. Turning shot is off. Chases the ball. Rebound down, but can't come up with it. Oh, spin there by McClure. Tough shot. And misses. Jimenez comes away with it. Lewis on the drive to the right is fouled, so he'll go to the line. So on the drive.
Michael Lewis very aggressive when he gets out front in that break. If it's a one-on-one situation,
number 12,
2-on-1, most cases when he gets the ball, he's going to take it to the basket.
Indiana now with the double bonus.
10-team foul for Canisius, so it will be two shots for
Lewis, number 24.
Lewis, one of Indiana's best free throw shooters, 78%. Kind of unique, Ted. He does not take a dribble when he shoots that free throw. Most players will.
Whatever suits you, whatever melts your butter. You know, that's what I'd say. Some guys take one dribble, two dribbles. He doesn't take any. As long as he's making them, he needs to keep doing it.
24 of his last 28, so he's on a streak, doing pretty well. Indiana now by 18. Here in the first half, 4:30 left, first half from Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis.
Brian Duke's not a real quick guard. Indiana puts a tremendous amount of pressure on him.
Steal by Washington.
Watch out.
And slam time. Led Washington for two.
All starts with the defense again. Indiana now with a 20-point lead, 42-22. Canisius has scored a few points as he Toby Foster called with the travel right there, but they have just had no answer defensively on the other end. Indiana just pretty much scores at will. There's still 4 minutes left in the first half. Indiana already has 42 points, and they have not been knocking down a number of three-pointers.
A lot of points for Indiana.
Indiana shooting about 60% at this point in the game.
Lewis on a drive, doesn't get the roll. There's Washington.
He gets whacked.
And he gets fouled.
And the two things that are just killing Canisius is they're not blocking Indiana out. Indiana's second chance points continue. If they miss the shot, even though they're shooting well, when they do miss, they get a second chance.
2 shots.
And then Indiana's pressure defense has really hampered their offensive movement on the other end.
9 offensive rebounds now for Indiana. Washington hits the first free throw. And Indiana has now doubled the score on Canisius as we've got timeout. Lynn Washington going strong to the hoop. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Be a part of it, a part of it. TCU, more than you ever imagined,
Tech Security wants to help you feel safe by providing you with helpful safety tips to toughen up your home. Be sure your automatic garage door can't be lifted from the bottom. Keep trees and shrubs well trimmed and install the 5 protective layers of a Tech security system. Unprotected premises are 20 times more vulnerable, and police agree that a high-quality security system reduces the threat of crime. Call today and find out the Tech advantage. Reduced homeowners insurance, emergency notification, system features, just to name a few. Tech Security, dedicated to providing protection you can count on.
Now there's a place to get pizza made the way you'd make it if you could, with the same tomato sauce used in fine Italian restaurants. Sauce made from fresh-cooked vine-ripened tomatoes. And that's only one reason why Papa John's is now the fastest-growing pizza company in America. Call and we'll deliver all the delicious reasons right to your door. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Call today for Papa John's Extra Large Grand Papa with 2 toppings and a 2-liter of Coke for just $10.99.
It's Indiana by 22 over Canisius, and here come the ATA High Flyers.
After a great defensive play, here comes Lynn Washington. He's going to rattle that rim.
I believe that's shake, rattle, and roll that rim. Wow. There you see 5 points for Washington.
What a great place to shake, rattle, and roll in. Conseco Fieldhouse. Fantastic place.
There's McClure on the outside. He likes to go left. Washington right up on Sawyers. Bennick with the shot. Lewis right there. And Newton with the block.
He just comes out of nowhere. Those arms, he's just got such a long reach. You just think you can get it up over him, and all of a sudden he just reaches up and slaps it away. Take a look at it. Indiana keeps the ball down in the corner. Right there's where they want you to go, and he just reaches up and knocks it away.
Quick shot by McClure. Only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. And Indiana gives up that hoop.
McClure has been the one positive here in the first half for Canisius.
11 points for McClure, averaging 15.5 a game.
Indiana will just continue to work hard. They'll get some good shots right here. Good pressure right there.
Newton misses on that jump shot.
The former Carmel Greyhound got some good pressure right there, Matt Tribal.
And a travel on Canisius.
Substitution, Canisius, number 23, Toby Foster.
Maybe out of bounds to Indiana.
Number 20, Dale Sawyers.
There's Toby Foster,
Another
23.
substitution for the Golden Griffins.
Bob Knight, 751 career victories. On his way to 6th place all time as he'll reach Ed Diddle here with 7 more victories. There's the turnover story. Inside, but no shot for Jimenez. He brings it back out. Here's Newton. Fakes left. Fakes to the right, goes left, but misses on the shot. A nice move.
Tribal able to get a little body down low on Jeffrey Newton. That's the only thing. Not real strong right now. They're going to call travel on Bender.
9 turnovers for Canisius. There's a look at Bob Knight. 29th year at Indiana. This would be his 650th victory as the Hoosier head coach if he wins tonight. Lewis in the corner. Here's Washington. Nice move to the baseline and is fouled.
Only a nice move, but finish. You see, very quick move along the baseline, and he went up strong, able to finish it.
Number 4, Andrew Bush. His second personal.
Give the ball out, and then he comes right down in. Michael Lewis gives it right back to him.
He'll have 1 free throw.
See the good spin move right there. Goes up strong, finishes it, has a chance at the three-point play. Lynn Washington's been one of Indiana's strongest players inside. He's not a real tall guy, but he's been very, very strong and powerful inside.
6'7" senior misses on the free throw attempt. Back cut. Ball thrown away by Andrew Bush. That's 10 turnovers now.
It's the right idea, the type of things that you want to do against the Indiana defense. Obviously, spread them out, back cut them, get some movement. But you needed about a 7'5" guy to catch that one.
Lewis was in good position now. Here comes the full court pressure again.
There's going to be some holes against this if you just be patient, move the ball around, good pass fakes. Michael Lewis, very good, giving good pass fakes, good pass inside.
Tough pass. Got through the zone because it was a bounce pass.
Lynn Washington got fouled before Jeff Newton was able to come back in and knock that one down.
Personal foul, Canisius. Number
Definitely
23,
rattled the rim on that one.
That's his second personal.
Good pass. Look at Lewis. Gets down low, throws it through about 3 feet, goes up strong, gets the foul, then Jeff Newton comes in and finishes it off.
Lynn Washington.
Foul obviously way before that, but Michael Lewis has a good eye against that zone. He does a nice job using pass fakes, gets in the right positions.
Well, Indiana's going to the line in this first half. 65% shooter is Washington.
If Indiana's going to contend for a Big Ten title, they're going to have to get themselves to the line, whether it be A.J. Guyton creating things on the offensive end, their inside people rebounding. Whoever wins the Big Ten is going to shoot a lot more free throws than the guy on the other end.
Andrew Bush, head and shoulder fake, misses on the shot. Rebound by Tribal is off, and Canisius has another chance. This time Tribal finishes with that jump hook. Jared Odell.
1 minute remains. 1 minute.
Inside, tough pass. Newton was double teamed, and that ball out of bounds to Canisius. Third turnover for Indiana.
Substitution, Canisius, number 20, Dale.
See Coach Knight, he gets up and he's telling the guys, once they post, don't just stand in there. If you don't get it after a couple second count, you need to move, go screen somebody. When you just stand in there, you really stagnate the offense.
Steele, Jimin is in good position. Fast break, and he's fouled by McClure.
Good foul by McClure. He comes up, swipes at the ball. He'll make Jimenez earn those 2 free throws.
Number 3, Dorian McClure. His second personal.
43 seconds left, first half. Let's look at the steal.
You can see he just steps in, swipes at the basketball, but you can see how he swiped up, swiped from up.
12, Luke
McClure comes, swipes at the ball, he gets the foul. The thing when you play teams such as Canisius, they're not used to the pressure that Indiana puts on them. When people say, well, why does it change when you get in the Big Ten? The team built in the Big Ten, they're used to that type of pressure. They're used to playing against teams and playing against Indiana, and so it becomes a different type of game when you get in that Big Ten. And the last couple years, Indiana hadn't been able to turn it up, but I'd be surprised if this year's team does it.
Oh, the block by Washington, and the follow-up by Andrew Bush.
Number 4, Andrew Bush.
Lewis down quickly. Shot clock is now off. 25 seconds left in the half. Indiana will wait for the last shot. Lewis picks it up. Now Jimenez takes it in the lane, count the basket, and he gets fouled.
Another good job on the finish. Michael Lewis gets caught in the corner, but he's patient. Patient, he waits and he waits. Finally, he gets a cut. Luke Jimenez cutting down the lane. Jimenez goes up, waits on the foul, then kisses it off the glass. He has a chance at the three-point play. That's the way you want to go in at halftime.
He hits the three-point play, puts Indiana over the 50-point mark here in the first half. It's 52 for Indiana. Number 13, Damon Young, checks in. And the final 10 seconds of the half.
Good pressure by Len Washington.
Foster is missed. And Indiana has pleased this crowd as well as Bob Knight in the first half. A 52-28 lead. Mike McDonald tries to regroup his troops at the half. You're watching Big Ten basketball from
blocking Indiana off the board.
And they like the fast break, but they're not going to try it really against Indiana. And you can see the pressure Indiana has forced on Canisius has caused them some problems on offense. For Indiana, we talked about Kirk Haston at the beginning of the ball game, that he needed to stay in the game. He played 11 minutes, but only committed one foul in the first half. He's done a good job.
Well, you know, Kirk Haston needs to get the type of confidence playing defense that he has playing offense. I mean, he doesn't think twice about, you know, popping out, taking the jump shot. I mean, really good. This is the first play of the basketball game. Got Indiana on the board quickly. Now watch, a little tip in right here, going to the basket. Very important offensive rebound. Good step back right here. I mean, offensively, he doesn't think twice about it, but defensively, a lot of times you get him down in there and he starts thinking about it rather than just playing and being confident, leaning in there, not giving that position up so easily, because that's going to be very important, because people know how good he is offensively. They're going to continue to take the ball at him once you get in the Big Ten and try to get him in foul trouble.
Michael Lewis had 10 points with 5 assists, so he's had another fine performance in the first half. As we now prepare for second half action, both teams seem to be ready to go. There's the Indiana bench. There's Pat Knight, assistant coach for Indiana.
In a game like this, I mean, you go in with a 24-point lead, obviously, at halftime. You want to come out in about the first 5 or 6 minutes of the second half. You really want to set the tone. I mean, you want to get up and down the floor. You want to make them work defensively, and you know, you want to move that lead up, you know, another 6-8 points, get it up in the 30-point range, and pretty much it's over. The other team says heck with it, and then you can bring some of the other guys in that have worked hard in practice, get them some playing time, and start thinking about the next game, because Indiana obviously was in a similar position. They played Buffalo, you know, in the first game of the Indiana Classic. They won by 51 points. They came back the next night, and Royce Waltman and the Indiana State Sycamores knocked them off on their home floor 63-60. So they've still got a lot of things to take care of here in the next 24 hours.
All right, we're ready for second half action at the Union Federal Hoosier Classic. Canisius has the ball. And again, Indiana comes right out with some pressure defense. Jump switch there at the guard position. And again, 3 switches by A.J. Guyton on this possession. McClure gets open on the baseline, in and out. Larry Richardson has the rebound.
Canisius starts out in the man-to-man, right? Again, you look inside. Larry Richardson's wide open. He'd like to have that basketball. Once he gets positioned right there, you got to give it to him. He's very good inside.
Shot fake and draws the foul. He gets the basket as well.
Doesn't exactly look like Michael Jordan in there getting it done, but he gets the job done. I thought he was very effective against North Carolina. He's a big body. He knows how to use his body. Defensively, doesn't give his position up. He'd gotten position earlier. Right here, he gets position. Boom, nobody gives it to him. Goes out, sets a screen. Michael Lewis going to pass the ball back out. Then he reestablishes position. Nice job holding the defense off. Strong move inside. That's the type of offense Indiana's looking for. Get that easy bucket, especially to start the second half.
And Richardson converts the free throw on the 3-point play.
Yeah, Hastings helping over right there.
Now inside, that's Fenn. Can't get it.
Not getting many good looks inside.
Lewis goes back to his left. And Richardson posts up again.
You got to give it, you're going to call traveling right there. See, when the defense is playing him right there, he likes to turn to that left shoulder. The defense is playing him. That's when he needs to spin back and just lay it right in over the top if he turned to his right shoulder.
Number 43.
See right here, the defense, if he just turned back to the middle, you can see he just drug the foot just a little bit. A good move, but you got to feel the pressure. Feel where it is and be able to spin both ways.
Jump shot outside by Foster is off. A scramble for the rebound. Foster ends up with it. Drive to the hoop and gets his own rebound. Outside shot by Dukes is off. Now Indiana has it.
See, Duke's able to knock it away from Haston. That's something you don't want happen. You don't want the 6-footer knocking it away from you.
Lewis, the trigger man, out of bounds. Now inside Washington.
That's strong right there.
He was going up, but McClure is called for the foul. And that would be 4 on Dorian McClure. Had a great first half.
The personal foul, Canisius, number 3, Dorian McClure, is 4th.
And it is 4. That puts Mike McDonald in a tough spot. He's been McClure in, or do you take him out?
Been the only bright spot for Canisius.
9 points for Lynn Washington, and McClure does come out. Clive Bennett comes in.
One, guys.
Washington good on the free throw. And now the officials confer. We're ready to play.
I think the coach had the official double check. Are you sure it's on number 3? McClure, do you realize he's my best player? I need him on the floor. Go out there and check with that other official. I think he might have been mistaken.
It stays on McClure. It's a drive by Dukes and stolen by Lewis. 3 on 2. And a good steal by Finn.
Good hustle by Finn. Getting up and down the floor. You can see Coach Knight not very happy with that one right there. Don't make the difficult play. If it's not there, bring it back out. Get the good shot.
The personal foul, Indiana, number 24, Michael Lewis. His second personal, the team's first this half.
That'll put Sawyers at the line.
2 free throws, Canisius, number 20, Dale Sawyers.
Sawyers only 48% from the line. Although he's 53% from the field. That one off the back of the rim.
Not a very good shooting free throw shooting team. They only shoot 64%. Most teams would like to be up around that 70-75%. He misses both.
And Richardson high for that board above the rim.
Jay Guyton looking for the lob pass right there. You can see they're back in the zone once again. Indiana was very patient in the first half. Got a lot of good looks against this zone.
Haston inside. Spins to his right. And the foul, that one goes on Darren Fenn. There's the Canisius team. They huddle together.
Personal foul, Canisius, number 24.
They have yet to score here in this second half. Indiana has just 4 points. Over 2.5 minutes now into the second half.
At the free throw line, number 35, Kirk Haston.
There's Haston at the line.
What?
10 points, 73% free throw shooter. And that one bounces off. Washington. And a timeout is called to avoid the 5-second call. And a 30-second timeout called by Canisius. This 30-second timeout is brought to you by McAllister Machinery, your local Caterpillar dealer. And there you see Michael Lewis. He has cracked the top 5 all-time Indiana assist leaders. He passed Randy Whitman, Whitman should have thrown the ball to you more, and Lewis wouldn't have done that. You know, that's the problem.
I told him that, you know, he was my roommate for 4 or 5 years. I told him that all the time. Couldn't get the guy to listen.
And Lewis passed him. Oh, well, Randy's having some...
So you played with Buckner, and he was smart enough. He threw it to you and Greeno.
Oh, yeah, he kept passing. He knew how to get on top of that list. See, Whitman, he didn't figure it out. He finished 5th.
Well, the other problem was Whitman could shoot. Buckner couldn't, so...
Well, it's a good thing we're getting ready to play here, because there's another discussion we could have had.
Oh.
There's Finn, that jump hook. He scores.
Basket by number 24, Darren Finn.
He's a big guy at 6'10". When he gets the ball in there uncontested, it was an easy score for him.
I think Indiana's defense has been set up pretty well, or their game plan, obviously, because Finn has not been a factor. You can see right there when he gets it in the right position, he can obviously do some things with it. In the first half, there was a real opening in the middle of that Canisius zone defense. This time, they've done a much better job, although Indiana gets it in right there. You can see once they get it in the middle, things seem to open up.
Rebound by Washington gives Indiana a new shot clock.
Good look.
Haston with the jam.
Sawyer's hurt his arm. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if he got hit on the funny bone. He's just got a little bit of a nerve problem there, if he's really hurt himself.
That's 12 points now for Haston.
Substitution, Canisius, number 4, Andrew Bush.
Andrew Bush going to come in and replace Sawyer, but a great look by Lynn Washington to get Kirk Haston an easy 2 points.
58-30, Indiana leads this one. There's Finn. Tough shot. He gets it to go. He got double teamed. And still got to go 2 in a row for Darren Finn.
That was pretty good defense by Indiana. Kirk Haston came over, double teamed. Indiana will try to do some screening against the zone.
Long pass stolen by Lewis. And now Indiana comes back the other way.
Oh, good ball movement.
Guy passed up the shot.
All right, there's no hurry.
Now Haston. Turning shot is off. Rebound to Foster. And that pass to Finn goes awry. Turnover by Canisius. Their 14th of the game. It's Indiana 58-32. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 16. Larry, our battery expert. Larry installs more Autocraft batteries in a day than most people do in a lifetime. No matter what you drive, Larry will make sure you get the right battery for your car.
92 Accord?
Yeah.
Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Hey, drive-through guy here at McDonald's. I'm here to make sure that you're getting service that's fast and friendly. Now, sometimes I might even be in disguise. But something I can't disguise is McDonald's delicious value. Like the great taste of a double cheeseburger, now only 99 cents. Just 99 cents. For a little more, make it a meal and add fries and a Coke. Oh, I love the smell of fries at McDonald's. Smells like victory. Hey, did somebody say McDonald's?
Individually, they are standouts in their respective classes. Collectively, they paint a portrait of daring and innovation, characteristics that lead to the affordable fun of Dodge Neon. Right now, you can get a Neon loaded with a ton of great features and save with a $1,000 cash allowance or 1.9 APR financing. If you're ready to move in a different direction, get to the Dodge year-end event today.
(58-32), Indiana increasing their lead. Let's check out a previous play on the Arvinator, brought to you by Arvin Industries.
You can see against the zone defense, Michael Lewis right here. He's got the ball. Lynn Washington's going to end up with it. Watch the pass fake and then see the opening right here. Lynn Washington, look at the pass fake. Little pass fake now. Got the defense to move. Kirk Haston ends up with the dunk. Against the zone, you need to use pass fakes. Get that defense to move any way you can. You saw the little pass fake down low by Lynn Washington. Defense moves, they react to it. Indiana with the easy layup.
Full court pressure, and Indiana has Lewis bring it up.
It's Indiana back in the man-to-man.
Haston, this time he hits a returning jump shot. He had missed it just a minute before. 14 now for Haston.
Indiana's offense much lower than in the first half. They were much higher and more spread in the first half. That was much more difficult. This half they went much more to just a post-up type of offense. Good turn right there by Finn. You see how he turned through that double team, turned hard.
Comes up just short on the shot. Lewis on the break finds Guyton. Richardson with a screen for Lewis, and that jumper's good.
By number 24, Michael Lewis.
They continue to go underneath the screen. That time they weren't able to get over it, so Lewis goes in and says, I'll take that 15-footer.
12 points for Michael Lewis. He's above his average. Finn becoming much more offensive-minded in this half. Draws the foul. Kirk move inside.
Kirk Haston's just about a half a second late right there. I mean, he's in the right position, but you've got to come over and cut him off totally, not giving him any space. You know, he's either got to run over you. You take a look at shooting, and you can see Indiana doing a nice job at 52%. Canisius continues their poor shooting. They shot 34% in the first half, and they're still there to start the second.
Indiana 6-0 when their opponent shoots less than 40%.
Number 13 is David Young.
Well, there's only been one team all year that has shot over 40%, and that was the Sycamores from Indiana State. 41% for the game, and they went home with a victory.
1 of 2 from the free throw line. Kyle Hornsby in for Indiana, number 32.
Obviously going to be rewarded with some playing time.
Richardson moved to left. Good block that time by Andrew Bush. And Bush gets the shot the other end. Finn with the rebound.
Finn really a big shove right there.
Number 24.
In the lower back as Larry Richardson kind of turns around and thinks, what the heck happened right there? But Finn very strong, got the putback.
Lewis gets the three-pointer as they double-teamed on Haston.
Canisius got to be saying to themselves, I thought Guyton was the scorer on this team. I mean, Michael Lewis has come out here just knocking jump shots down from everywhere. That's the real change in this Indiana team this year, is other people stepping up.
15 points for Michael Lewis. Guyton does a good job to keep Bennick on the baseline, and that jumper is good. David Young gets it.
3 points. Number 13.
And a three-point shot by Young.
Indiana's offense can get up just a little bit higher. That gives Haston that much more room down low. Haston and Larry Richardson to post.
There's Guyton on the shot. That's a three-pointer.
3 points. Number 25.
There's the guy we heard about.
9 points now for Guyton. There's Finn. He's got Richardson outside.
Larry Richardson doing a good job defensively, putting a lot of pressure on, make the big man. He got the hop right there.
And the travel. Jeffrey Newton will come in. Luke Jimenez comes in for Indiana.
For Indiana, number 12.
Lewis and Richardson
number 15, Jeffrey Newton. For Canisius, number 42, Hadari Gallery. And 43.
Good job defensively by Richardson and offensively by Lewis. It's Newton and Haston working inside. And Haston takes that one to the right.
I really like that move right there along the baseline. He didn't go up trying to dunk it. Extended, you know, got his body away from him, so they got his hands away from his body. The defense not able to get at it. Good move by Kirk Haston. Great pass.
Give Haston 16 now on the night. Stepped out of bounds, Andrew Bush.
Well, we talked about turnovers being important for Canisius. That's about their 15th or 16th turnover.
17 now.
17. That's too many. Especially when your opponents only turned it over about 3 or 4 times all night.
And now Guyton is on the baseline drive. 6 there you saw for Indiana. And Guyton was forced out of bounds. Andrew
The
Bush
personal foul
out of bounds in Indiana.
Number 4, Andrew Bush, is third and the team's fourth.
And we've got timeout on the floor. Indiana 70, Canisius 38. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Basketball is brought to you by Arvin, a global company based in Indiana and maker of these fine automotive products.
Hey, can I play? Sure. Fun one more. All right. Hello? Hey, Eddie. Hey, Eddie, are you there? Nathan? Find anyone?
Individually, they are standouts in their respective classes. Collectively, they paint a portrait of daring and innovation, attributes that are etched into the singular style of Dodge Intrepid. Right now, you can get all the benefits of Intrepid's cab-forward design and enjoy a $1,000 cash allowance. If you're ready to move in a different direction, get to the Dodge year-end event today.
(70-38), Indiana leads it at the Union Federal Hoosier Classic. Bill Polium, he is the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts. Those so successful Indianapolis Colts.
And also successful because the man that you are looking at has brought all the right pieces to that puzzle, huh?
Is that why he's smiling?
I would think that he's making a lot of people in Indianapolis smile right now.
All right, back to action. Newton has the ball out of bounds. 5 seconds. Indiana failed to get it in time. Lewis had been the trigger man up until that point. Lewis out of the ball game, and that left Newton to try to get it in, and Indiana has a turnover. Good defense by Hornsby. Good spin by Bush. Shot is off. He got his own rebound. Blocked by Newton. But Jeffrey Newton picks up the foul as well.
The personal foul, Indiana, number 50.
So Canisius hitting the boards a little stronger on that position. And they'll get him some free throws.
You take a look at it. Good move by Bush. You can see good spin move right there. The only problem is he's laying bricks. And he shoots that one up there a little too hard. Jeff Newton gets him with the hand right there, and he'll shoot two. Here, that one's a little softer.
Second also good. 6'7", 220-pound sophomore is Andrew Bush. Full court pressure by Canisius. Trap and the steal. They get it from Guyton. And there'll be a foul on Guyton before the shot. So that trap worked. They used the sideline and the 10-second line as third and fourth defenders come up with the steal.
We talked about them. They come out of timeouts.
The team's fourth.
Free throws, they'll throw a trap on you. You can see Andrew Young does a nice job right there. Or Damian Young, excuse me. Does a nice job trapping the basketball, knocking it away from Guyton.
Haston stops wisely and looks for the guard.
Take a look at Kyle Hornsby. First half, he only played 6 minutes, but had 10 points. So he was very active.
Jimenez spots up for a three. Haston tipped it out of bounds. One of the things Indiana will look for in Big Ten play, Ted, is some help from that bench. You're not going to go with 5 guys. You got to have people off the bench, and Indiana's been getting it in tonight's ball game.
They've been getting it pretty much all year. Michael Lewis has been a big spark for Indiana off the bench. Tonight he got the start.
There's Tribal inside. He gets called for the travel. And it'll be Indiana ball.
So they come out with a 1-2-2, looking for traps any place around the corners. Indiana will be looking to get the ball to the middle of the court to Newton. Then if Newton could get it, now Indiana's broken it. If he does get it, he wants to turn and go with it.
Hornsby, a nice pass to Newton. He missed the shot, and a foul on the rebound on Haston.
The personal foul, Indiana, number 35.
3 fouls now on Haston. He's picked up 2 here.
Excellent pass by Hornsby. Good hands by Newton. He just can't finish. You can see Haston right there. Whew. I don't know exactly what the foul was right there. Everybody fighting for the basketball. Didn't look like he went over anybody's back.
A 30-point lead for Indiana. We approach the 10-minute mark of this second half. Good move there, and that shot in. Bennick scores on a tough move. He's got 6 points.
They're back in the 3-2 zone. It's a 3-2 zone. Usually the corners will be wide open if you can get it in the middle, obviously, like that.
Indiana takes its time on offense, finds Haston inside. He's having a big game.
Zone defense has not been very effective for Canisius, nor has the man-to-man. Nothing has quite worked here tonight. Indiana shooting the basketball, doing a nice job, patiently working it around.
Haston that rebound.
Jeff Newton needs to look to step up. Oh, good pass right there.
Guy misses on the shot, though. And out of bounds to Indiana.
Take a look at A.J. Guyton. It was an excellent move right there. Kind of got caught up underneath the basket. Didn't have anything to do with it except try to lay it up and under. See, good catch. See the defense right there flowing with the motion. If he had his dribble left, you can see he could have brought it back, got the easy layup. He'd lost his dribble. He was on the move.
Brian Dukes comes in, number 12. Bennick comes out with 6 points. There's a steal.
Things like that irritate coach. I mean, just carelessness.
Mallory with the steal and the foul. McClure will go to the line.
In that case, Coach Knight not going to be very happy with Kyle Hornsby. He throws the ball away, then he goes down to the other end of the floor, and he commits a foul. He'll come over and he'll discuss it with him.
2 free throws. Number 3, Dorian McClure.
There's McClure at the line, left-hander.
Been a very good player for Canisius tonight. Started off the first half, hit a couple three-pointers, came out in the second half, committed an early foul, which was his fourth, and the coach had to sit him down for a little bit.
It's both, approaching his season's average.
Indiana's offense now very high, very spread. Now this is the type of offense you would think they would, with some good screens, good movement, that they would get some layups.
Guyton, a nice pass to Jimenez. He's got it again in the corner.
Now you see where the offenses went. That one's off Canisius, off number 4, Bush. But you can see it started out pretty high. And all of a sudden, as time moved on, now it's all the way down against that baseline, and there's just no place to move, no place to drive the basketball. Indiana will have to end up with a jump shot. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
The basket by
Haston has 20 points now, 10 in each half. Dukes on the baseline. And the tip, but no good by Tribal. Now Bush has it again. Good rebounding segment there by Canisius. And now Haston comes away with it. 3-on-3. Guyton open for a 3. That one just long, and Canisius runs it down. This is McClure.
Good move. wasn't able to get it to fall, but he used his body, jumped into the defense.
Haston pulled that rebound away. There's Newton posting up and driving to the hoop. We did so effectively against Carolina.
I was going to say, that's the type of move right there that North Carolina had so many problems with. It was on the other side of the floor. He was going to his left, but he shows you that he can go to his right too. I mean, he's a big guy, long arms, and he's very, very quick for a guy that size.
That Tribal picks up his 4th foul as Indiana leads it by 30. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Beancock. Chili. Spaghetti. Chili. Spaghetti.
Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers.
To most folks, it's just rain. But to those who use Balance 2000 pre-herbicide for corn, it's the world's best weed control. Because with just a half-inch of rain, Balance 2000 recharges, providing your best shot at true one-pass weed control. The way we see it, it's your corn. But from now on, they're our weeds. Balance 2000.
Indiana 74, Canisius 44 in this first game of the Union Federal Hoosier Classic. Here come the ATA High Flyers.
Watch how Kirk Haston's going to move down and back in right here. He does a nice job of moving in, out, and then back in. You know, he goes out. Now he steps right back in. Boom. That's a high flyer. And the Canisius defense, they've been on vacation all night.
I like that.
Huh? On ATA,
you're on vacation.
Yes, sir. And that's exactly where Canisius' defense has been all night.
Man, that's a segue. You did it.
Oh.
Haston now with 20 points. That's the 5th time in his career he's gotten 20 or more. Lynn Washington will be at the line now.
Number 44 at the line, Lynn Washington.
Lynn Washington's been very active for Indiana tonight.
Number 43,
the free throw line a number of times. Very strong inside. Indiana will have to get that type of play from their inside people as they start into the Big Ten soon.
Washington now with 11 points as Haston leaves 9 of 14 from the field. 12 points now for Lynn Washington. Our second game tonight is Holy Cross against UAB, Alabama Birmingham. And the winners and losers will meet tomorrow here again at the Conseco Fieldhouse.
UAB has some Indiana flavor there, as Murray Bartow, the coach for them, was an assistant coach for Indiana at one time.
Outside shot off, fight for the board. Jimenez comes away with it.
Good luck.
Odell misses on the shot, but has the rebound and dragged his foot for a travel. Not the shot Indiana was looking for.
We talked about in the first half, it was almost like Jared Odell is so concerned with the defense. If you just catch the ball and get it up on the board quickly, the defense is not going to have time to react to it. Instead, he holds it for that additional second, gives the defense a chance to almost block the shot. He's not able to finish, then he ends up traveling when he gets the rebound back.
Washington with the big board.
Here we
leads
go.
The break, 2-on-1.
Good pull up.
Pulls up and hits it.
The basket by number
With the guard, he's playing the wrong position.
Washington scores.
14 points for Lynn Washington.
We need to stick Guyton at forward and Lynn Washington at point guard.
That's 8 points above his average. There's Fenn double teamed as soon as he gets it. Long pass outside.
See, Fenn not used to throwing the ball out. He's used to getting it in there and being able to score. Good block out.
The shot is off. Newton, easy rebound.
Amazing how easy rebounding looks when it's done correctly. When it's done right, everybody blocks out. The ball falls to the ground. Somebody picks it up.
Washington, free throw line. Drives it in. And a block from behind. Nice job by Sawyers. Tipped last by Canisius.
Substitution, Canisius. Number 3, Dorian McClure. He'll replace number 10, Clyde
Drive by Lynn Washington. Defense is up on you. Good help. See, Sawyer comes over, knocks it away. And Dukes gets in there, knocks the ball out of bounds.
Dorian McClure, number 3, back in the lineup. There you see him on Jimenez. Washington. And shot clock violation. Indiana fails to get the shot away. I think is what Bob Knight's talking about there. You got to know how much time is left on that shot clock when that ball is inbounded.
But things like that usually don't happen when you got guys like Guyton and Lewis in the game. That's where your senior leadership comes into play.
5 on 3. Washington didn't expect it. Gets it to Odell with a layup.
Good ball movement by Indiana right there.
43, Jared Odell. Odell on the assist for Washington.
Now 80-44. There's Fenn inside, using his height. 11 points for Fenn. Jimenez gets it across the line. And Newton on the follow. No problem with that rebounded basket by Jeffrey Newton.
Got away with the travel. No, he didn't. They caught it.
That is called. Dukes is called for the travel. On that drive lane, Tom Geyer, 53. And Coverdale come in for Indiana.
Good drive by Odell right here to the basket. You can see the defense got their hands on him, pushing him. There's Jeff Newton. Nobody got their hands or block out on him.
Jimenez leads with 5 points.
Never seems to get very excited about anything. Good, bad. Just kind of continues doing his job.
There's Coverdale now in the lineup. Newton on a drive. Hornsby. That 3 was pretty well defended. Odell chases it down, and Indiana has another possession.
Good
Newton
move.
Inside.
Good ball movement right there.
The basket by number 15,
First layup by Jeffrey Newton. He's got 4 points now.
Tom Coverdale is an excellent passer. He'll find you if you get open.
And there's a shot outside.
3-point
Toby Bloster.
number 23, Toby
It's
Bloster.
the 3. Now Coverdale quickly the other way. Dishes to Odell for the layup and the foul.
Oh, he makes me look good too. I talk about him being a great passer. He sets Odell up. Have a chance. Jared Odell have a chance at a 3-point play.
His 4th personal.
Tom Coverdale can see that he has the advantage. Canisius. This is what teams will do to Indiana to get into the Big Ten. They spread them out,
42,
drive, dish, and bury that 3-point. 3-pointer right there.
That one good, and 6 of 21 now. A season-high attempt by Canisius. At 21, Indiana's got the lead, 87-49. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
It was the holidays in Cellular Town, and all was not well.
What happened here?
The cellular, sir. The long distance bill. Sign a contract.
Here, this Sprint PCS free and clear plan gives you crystal clear calls for as little as a dime anytime. From anywhere in their nationwide network.
300 anytime minutes for only $30, including free long distance.
With available V8 power and 8-passenger seating, the largest interior in its class, and available 4-wheel drive, you could think of Dodge Durango as a fully enclosed snowmobile for the road. Which means Durango covers new ground, even when you can't see the ground. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
87-49, Indiana leads it. Time now to announce our power player of the game, brought to you by Synergy PSI, where energy comes to life.
And it's Michael Lewis, and what a game. He started tonight for Dane 5. Dane 5 back at the hotel with some type of virus. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow night. But Michael Lewis, 5 of 6 for field goals, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 3 from three-point land, 3 assists, 15 points, 2 steals. What a night for your power player of the game, Michael Lewis.
And there's a good look at Lewis on the bench. He'll be back tomorrow for the championship game of this Union Federal Hoosier Classic. Bob Knight just getting back to the Indiana bench. There you see him, had a chat with Bill Pulliam during that timeout.
Good block out by Kyle Hornsby. His man didn't get it, but somebody else's did.
Now steal. Odell has it.
Good decision right there. When you're the big man, you want to give that ball up. Good fake.
Odell got inside, missed the shot, got the rebound.
He did everything right, and it just didn't get the finish.
And the foul, Hornsby will pick it up.
The personal foul, Indiana,
second.
number 32, Kyle Hornsby. His second personal, the team's 7th.
You know, Kyle Hornsby sat out all last year with that
number 10,
with the knee problem, and even though you get over the knee problem, you get back to 100%. It still takes some time to get back into the flow of playing basketball. And I think tonight you're finally starting to see where he starts to feel a little, some bit of comfort out there in the offense. He scored 10 points in the first half. It takes some time after an injury where you sit out a year to get back.
Man-to-man now by Canisius.
Indiana basically playing a triangle type of offense. 2 out, 3 in.
Geyer. Shot is long. Bush with the rebound. Bush tries that 3. That's the 22nd try. That one's off. Hornsby slows it down. There's Newton. Jump shot good. He's got a nice touch for the big guy.
He's got a lot of nice. Passes nice. He shoots nice. He drives. The guy can do a lot.
Timeout is called by Canisius. Had some players. Mike McDonald did. He wanted to get into the ball game. And we'll check those for you when they break the huddle. So Indiana moves on to the championship game tomorrow. It'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. And there's Jeffrey Newton.
The second game tonight in the Union Federal Hoosier Classic will be Holy Cross. There's UAB. Jeff Newton at UAB. Jeff Newton did a nice job coming off the bench. Didn't start tonight. Came off the bench. He's been very active. Very effective inside. He's given Indiana a lot of good minutes. We talked about that in the North Carolina game, how effective he was. Scoring some very, very important points in a big game. Tonight comes back, starting to put games together, which is very important. Consistency is something that Coach Knight talks about. I think he was worried tonight about focus after having a couple days off, how his team would respond.
The basket by number 42, Kadari Mallory.
Basket by Mallory. 89-53 now. Indiana leads it. Orsby free throw line looked very different on that move. Gets the basket. He's got 12 points now.
Well, it's nice to see a guy that works so hard. I mean, anytime I've been to practice, that guy works all the time. I mean, he runs to each station, works. I mean, in warm-ups, the guy's working hard. He's always concentrating on what he needs to do. It's nice to see him get into a game situation, important minutes in the game, especially in the first half tonight, and really come away with a good feeling of what he's getting done out there.
Jump ball on that rebound. Possession arrow to Indiana.
Inside 1 minute.
Under a minute now. There's Geyer. Shot is good.
Mr. Efficient.
Geyer on the assist for Newton, number 15.
And now he pressures up right on the defense. 25. That's Pat Spittler. Pass inside. Spin move is off. Out of bounds to Indiana.
Substitution, Canisius.
Damon
number
Young
13,
comes back in.
Replacing number 12, Dukes.
Well, the shot clock off now, Indiana. We'll move to 9-1 on the year. And there's Odell, gets the easy layup. 7 now for Odell. 10 seconds. Canisius looking for the final shot. Damon Young off. Odell has it, and that'll do it. Indiana wins it 95 to 53 in this first game of the Union Federal Hoosier Classic. There's Coach Bob Knight, his 650th career victory. Shakes hands with Mike McDonald in just his 3rd year at Canisius. Be watching ESPN Plus tomorrow when Indiana takes on either Holy Cross or UAB in the championship game of the Hoosier Classic. Action gets underway at a special time of 7 o'clock Eastern Standard right here on ESPN Plus. For Ted Kitchell, this is John Latham.
Well, your guys came in tonight. They looked very well prepared. I know that Coach talked a little bit in the pregame show about focus and coming back. There are certain times of the year he's very concerned how the team's going to respond. And after they've been off 3 days after such a big win against North Carolina, they came back tonight and they seem to be very focused and have on their mind what needed to be done.
You know, I said in the pregame that I really liked the last 2 days of practice. I was kind of surprised to see everybody come back and be that sharp. So, and then they come out today and you know, had really a good first half and then carried it on in the second half, which is what Coach Knight really enjoys. And that's one of the things that he's saying back there. You know, you didn't let up in that second half. It's so easy to try to turn this thing into a penny arcade shooting gallery, you know, where nobody wants to take it out of bounds. They all just want to grab it and shoot it in the second half, and they didn't do it. They stayed within, you know, reasonably with a lot of substitutions within what he wanted run, and that was good. And the whole game was good. And got a lot of players in, and now your turn to talk.
Oh, okay. Well, before we talk about any individuals, let's talk, you know, the last time we were in this position, obviously, was in the Indiana Classic. We played very well against a Buffalo team, win by 51. We came out the next night against a very good Indiana State team, so I'm sure that Coach is talking about being able to play 80 minutes. I mean, he used to talk about 80 minutes in a weekend. Obviously, they've got 80 minutes before they start the Big Ten season. I'm sure that'll be something that he brings up in the next 24 hours.
Have you been in the locker room?
No, I haven't, but I'm guessing he'll talk about that. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, you stoked this up. You've been back in the locker room and peeked in there and saw what was written on the board.
Oh, no.
There were 4 20s written on the board. Okay, after the first half, he marked one of them off. Guess what he just did?
He just marked another one off.
Another one off. Now that's 40. Now there's 40 left out of your 80. You were in there, weren't you? Yeah.
Well, I've been in there an awful lot, but not in the last 20 years. But what type of thing? I mean, it becomes a thing where it's not physically, it's basically mental preparation anymore, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you know, this bunch down here will, you know, I don't know. I haven't I've watched their film. I haven't watched this film. The Alabama-Birmingham bunch, they won a big ball game or two this year, and you better be focused and you'd better concentrate and not let this thing go to your head. And now, you know, we've already been down that road.
Yeah.
So let's get going and get after this bunch.
That was an ugly road we went down. Let's talk about some individuals. Michael Lewis got his first start tonight because we talked about Fife.
He loved it, Fife.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might keep feeding him some type of poison or something to keep him out of play, but Michael Lewis was outstanding.
Yeah, we said that since Fife wasn't going to be here, Michael Lewis is going to get to shoot. And there he dives into the press. He's doing it all. And he's got a great ball game. He missed one shot, handled the ball. I don't know how many assists he had, but I know he had several. And AJ didn't get his looks for some reason tonight because they were ganging up on him, and that when you gang up on one, then that opens up another one. And geez, Michael came to the dance.
But it was nice to see AJ really didn't force it. He continued to drive the ball in there. He was patient, and some of the other guys got the looks, and all along the entire guard group only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. Good job of handling the basketball.
AJ came off and sat down beside me, and I said things are a little bit out of sync. In the last, they had a lot of different subs in there. He says, well, you can't get those big guys out of the middle. He said they know they can score in there, and they're just standing there and didn't have any place to go.
Oh, that's good. I like to hear that. Well, talk about another guy that had an outstanding game is Kyle Hornsby. I mean, he came off the bench. He's a guy that you've watched him practice. He works extremely hard. You know, always giving it 100%. It was nice to see him come in tonight in the first half. Only played 6 minutes in the first half and scored 10 points.
And what I liked, you know he can shoot. You know, he showed up really with the ability to shoot and knows the floor. I think his dad was a coach, and he's come up with a basketball. But what I really enjoyed was the passes that he made against the zone. You know, we were going out around the zone this way. Hornsby came in and, boy, chopped that zone up and got the ball inside and then back out again and created a lot more. Aside from the points that he got, he created a lot for everybody else.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming out. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night about this time with a smile on your face. And we'll be talking about some players from the all-tournament team.
Okay, thanks, Tony.
All right. And we'll be back after these messages.
This is Ben. Back in 1934, he was one of the very first customers ever to eat at Steak and Shake. Back then, they used to say you get the finest government inspected.
Compared to Canisius, only shoots 30, a team that came in shooting 44% for the year. Indiana didn't take a lot of threes, but when they did, they were very efficient. You can see Indiana very, very good getting the ball inside where it needed to be, going to the free throw line 28 times, twice as many as Canisius. Rebounding, Indiana continued on the boards. The turnovers, Indiana only had 3 turnovers at halftime. They had 9 in the second half. Still, that's not too bad. I mean, when you're ahead by 30, 35 points, sometimes the focus isn't there. I think Coach Knight was pretty happy with the teams that played in the second half. Bench points, paint points, Indiana again dominated. A game that was dominated by Indiana, as it shows by the score.
When we come back, we'll have some answers to your internet questions and also go to the press conference to hear from Bob Knight.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. And to close out the century, we're doing it again. It's the 20th century clearance from Ford, the final days of the biggest automotive sales event in history.
Right there, 11th grade.
Personal foul, UAB, number 11, David Walker. His second personal, team thing. 2 free throws, Canisius, number 12, Brian Duke. Substitution, UAB, number 3, Corey Ward, replacing number 11, Jamie Walker.
So you get them off to what, Saturday probably, Friday?
Obviously, they didn't shoot the ball very well last night. Under 30%, not very good. Indiana did a good job of taking advantage of their size and quickness inside, shooting 28 free throws compared to Canisius only 14. You can see Indiana dominated inside, rebounding. Turnovers, Indiana only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, where they really got out to the big lead, 9 times in the second half. But still, Coach Knight mentioned it in the press conference, had to be very pleased with the way his guards and overall everybody was handling the basketball. You can see the points off turnovers and points in the paint. Again, just a very dominant game by Indiana over Canisius.
As you can see by those stats, the defense was stellar, and that brings us to tonight's IU Flashback, brought to you by Touchstone Energy Partners.
Do anything, did a lot of double teaming. Indiana doing a nice job of pushing the ball to one side of the floor. You can see Luke Jimenez helping out there.
And the team aspect comes into that because of, Lewis chased him right into Jimenez. Here, AJ steals and got to Lewis, and you constantly saw that 2- and 3-man situation in the defense, and that's how it works.
Lynn Washington finishing off. He had a fine game yesterday for the Hoosiers. Lots of great individual performances. Let's start with Michael Lewis. He's been in double figures now 5 of the last 7 games. He had 15 points in last night's game.
I go back and I'm just thinking of looking here at the stats, and he needs like 100 assists to break the all-time, 101 assists to break the all-time Indiana record. I never thought that, a couple years ago that you'd see that out of Michael Lewis, being the shooter that he was and the type of game that he showed up with on our campus. And you're going to see him here with some great moves defensively we saw earlier, and here he is laying the ball up on the inside. What he does, and there he is taking a dive over in Bob Hamill's lap. Boy, here he comes on this end of the court. He'll find the nice jumper. He can hit that shot better than anybody we got. And he's taking what the game gives to him. He's not going out and try to make something happen on himself, and that's the beauty of his game.
Takes a while, but as a senior now, Michael Lewis has picked up on this. And Kirk Haston, 20 points, the leading scorer. Captain Kirk, as he's really taking control of this team in yesterday's ball game.
9 of those field goals, or several of those 9 field goals were from 16, 18 feet. And something about a guy, once he gets over 6'6", and he gets to be 6'7" or 6'8", now he wants to come outside and shoot jump shots. Now here, Kirk drives to the inside, he gets one of these few baskets, but he would rather stay right out here, boom, and hit that shot out there where AJ took it. Now he's got a couple inside. You watch him in here, he's going to shoot a nice turnaround jumper right there. That can really be a pox for him now. If you catch him outside, there he is, another fall-away jumper. His best move for us is down inside, right in there, going up and getting fouled. And boy, you cannot let him go crazy shooting those shots out on that outside.
He's had catches, but not his head ever since you said over 6'6", shooting the outside. I'm sorry we didn't get a shot of that for you folks back at home. Let's go to Lynn Washington.
There's not near as many people out there on the floor as there is inside.
Career high for Lynn Washington. He had 14 points. He had quite a ball game yesterday.
The greatest thing about Lynn is how hard he plays. Last year coming in from the junior college, he had no idea what it would take to play from Big Ten basketball and play for Indiana. Had a real tough year. But something happened to him over the summer. Here he is with a great steal. He's got great hands. And the level of intensity that he's showing right here is the exact thing that he brings to the show every day in practice. That's what made him the player that he is for Indiana.
Working hard inside. His rebounding has been improving as well. He had 5 rebounds last night to go with those 5 assists. Washington should see some good time tonight. Kyle Hornsby came off the bench, did a nice job yesterday, got several of those points in the first half. A superb sub, we'll call him, Norm.
Well, there's only one super sub, right?
Where did he come from? This kid is going to be a great basketball player. Of course, I'm the one that said that UAB would win last night, too. But he really plays hard. He shows up every morning in Assembly Hall at 7:30 with a manager and works on his own for an hour. That's before classes. And he can shoot it.